Good evening, everyone. My name is Kennedy. I am the operations manager at Youth for Integrity Building. So let me just welcome all of you to our sessions today. Our session will be running from now to around 5:30. I hope all of us are prepared. And I will just ask if we have the coordinator, Mr. John. If the coordinator is here. John, can you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Ken, I can hear you very well.
Oh, all right. So I will just play the. Okay, I'll show you the program so you can take over from me. So I hope you can see my screen, everyone.
Yeah, can see.
All right. So John, you'll take over from there as we begin with introduction. Okay. John Lopeyok, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well, Mr. Ken.
All right. You can take over from there, the introductory part.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ken. And participants, welcome for this amazing launch of this program, iLead Cohort 2. And I know that all of you are aware that this is the launching, the final launching of this program. And will not take much, and we are just going for the introduction part of our launch. And first and foremost, I'll introduce, we have our administrator and IT support, Mrs. Grace Ndisha. She's in the call. We have operations manager, Mr. Kennedy Ashaba. We have executive director in the house, that is Ms. Damaris Asua, and the youth board chairperson, Mr. Dengele. And from this juncture, let us take 5 minutes for the participant to introduce themselves. Kindly, just 1 minute each.
All right, thank you, John. So let me first start with Grace. Grace, if you can hear me, introduce yourself. Grace Ndisha.
Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Grace Ndisha, and I'm the administrative assistant of VIB. And I will say it is a pleasure to connect with you all today, even if it's through the screen. And I'm truly honored to be here for the launch of the second cohort of the iLead program. So I just want to welcome you all. And yeah, welcome.
Thank you, Grace. My name is Kennedy once again. I'm the operations manager. And we have our ED, Madam Damaris. She's currently in Turkey. She just landed and she'll be joining us in the due course. So let me just bring in the board chair.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ken. Good evening, all. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Mr. Dengele. Good evening to you.
Good evening. Thank you so much. I'm as Mr. Ken and John have said, I'm David Tengele. I'm the board chair for the Youth for Integrity Building. Now, I think now that I'm here, Mr. Ken, can I just make my remarks and finish off, or I should wait to come back again?
Sure, you can. You can go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let me take this opportunity to thank all of you, the participants, the key speakers, our facilitators, the board, our iLead fellows, and everybody else. I think I've covered everybody. Mine is just to welcome you and thank everyone and thank ourselves for having found time to attend this iLead launch cohort 2. Additionally, I will also want to thank the facilitators and the entire team for the iLead cohort 1 for the successful completion of the training. Now we are getting into cohort 2, and mine is just to wish, or rather to pray or request for the same collaboration, the commitment, so that we can see our youth through the cohort 2 training program. Welcome all feel free. Let us engage. Let us be, what do I say? Let us be open. I mean, free. You should not fear to air your views and sentiments. This is a free space. So I can only pray for a successful launch. Welcome all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That is our board chair. So the coordinator of this program has already introduced himself, will be John Lopeyok. So as he had already mentioned, we are going to participants. So when I mention your name, kindly introduce yourself, tell us your name, you tell us where you come from, and then you tell us one expectation, only one. So apart from the speakers and the facilitators, so if by mistake I call out your name and you are a facilitator, or maybe you are our speaker, please just pass. We need to hear from the participants first. So Alex Mugendi.
Thank you, Leader Rapporteur, for this meeting. My name is Alex Mugendi. As you have mentioned me, I am a youth from Kenya, the Tharaka Nithi County, which is in the former Eastern Province in Upper Eastern. My participation, I ran an organization on the Transform Empowerment Initiative, which is a CBO that has operational scope in Tharaka Nithi, that has various key thematic areas, among them being social protection, climate action, and education. My expectation in this participation in this program is I have quite a number of expectations, but you have limited them to one, which is to be capacity built, to be an effective leader. And I also want to thank the jury that was selecting the fellows for this program. I saw the presence of this organization, or the birthplace is Kilifi County, but there was room for maybe a negligible percent for the non-locals. So I want to appreciate the team for being accommodative and being inclusive to onboard me in this program. Asante sana.
Alfred Mumbo. Alfred, can you hear me? All right, Benson Furaha.
Okay, thank you so much, and I hope I'm clear.
Yes, you are.
Oh, thank you. So my name is Benson, and I'm a youth from Kilifi County. I come from Magarini constituency, and I'm so much delighted to be here today on this call. For me, what I expect that, or the one expectation that is I have, is that by the end of this program, I'll be like a great leader and have an opportunity to network with everyone, and we build a, a, a board of great leaders together. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Benson. Alfred Mumbo. I'm not sure if you are with us.
Okay. I'm here. Hello.
Go ahead.
Yes, my name is Alfred Mumbo, and I'm a student from Pwani University. I come from Kilifi County, and my expectations in this program is that I get empowered and have requisite knowledge on ethical standards and how I will empower the society through the teachings I get from you. Thank you.
Thank you. Consolata Juma. Consolata, you are not audible.
Oh, I am not audible. What about right now?
Then Consolata has disappeared.
Okay, there's someone called Jackson.
Hi everyone. I'm Jackson Wunda. I come from Kilifi County, Magarini Sub-County, and Adwood. My expectation to the program is to build skills in leadership, and also to leverage the skills into helping the society into applying the ethical skills and integrity.
Thank you. Dennis. If you logged in by the name Dennis. All right, Consolata, can you try to speak?
Hello,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yes,
We
Consolata, you can go ahead.
Yeah, we get you.
Hi everyone, my name is Consolata Juma. I come from Kilifi County and I'm excited to be here. I'm looking forward to learning how I can be a leader with integrity and many others.
All right. Karani Brian.
Okay, good afternoon. I am Karani Brian. I'm from Nandi County. I expect to learn more on leadership and integrity and how I can translate the same to the community and my fellow youth. Thank you.
Thank you. Keru Alice.
Hello everyone. I'm sorry I'm in a quite noisy place, but I hope you can hear me. My name is Alice Keru from Samburu County, but currently at Kilifi. And excited to be part of this program, and I hope to learn more about leadership and leverage my skills also. Also network with everyone else, and thank you so much.
Mohammed Jabber. Mohammed. Okay, Nelson.
Okay, my name is Nelson Kambulu, and my expectations from this program is to understand more about integrity and strategy. That's all. Thank you.
Brian Ongoma.
Hello, my name is Brian Angoma from Philippe North Sub-County. My essential expectation in this program is to learn leadership skills and to drive a positive change and uphold integrity in different spheres of life. Yeah, that's all.
Priscilla Kazungu. Samuel Asugo.
Okay, good evening. I'm going to go.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, me, Samuel Kasubo from Northeastern Marsabit County, from Laisamis Sub-County. First, let me take this opportunity to thank the organizers and the participants for giving us this opportunity. I run an CBO called PALDI, that is Pastoralist Livelihood Development Initiative. We deal with hygiene and sanitation for girls. And at the end of this training, I will appreciate as leaders the integrity, transparency, and accountability for our people. Thank you so much.
Sharon Ogutu.
Good afternoon.
Good
My name
afternoon.
is Sharon Ogutu from Homa Bay County. Yeah, from Homa Bay County. And currently my role in the community is basically GPV and mental health advocate, youth champion, and I'm also a mentorship person. I mentor young women and men, especially male involvement. And my expectations after the training is to have acquired more knowledge and skills so that I can assist more in the community and give back to the society also, and to network also. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Now there's someone who is called Techno. Techno. I don't know. You have logged in with Techno. Please check if your name is Techno. All right. Priscilla Kazungu.
Ken.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see that Priscilla posted something. So there is something in the chat.
All right.
She says that she's in an environment where she cannot talk.
Yes.
So she has posted something. Let me just read it. She
Yes.
says that hello, allow me to type too. I'm in an environment where I can't talk loudly. My name is Priscilla Furaha, a youth from Malindi, and I'm looking forward to learning a lot from this program. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's foster that.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. John, I think now we can now proceed. All right. You can now proceed from there.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Ken. And once again, I'm John Lopeyok, cohort 1 alumni, and I'll be the official coordinator of this program from this very beginning until the stalemate. Thank you very much. So the iLead program aims and objectives is hereby. The aim is to empower young people with knowledge, skills, tools necessary to become effective leaders in promoting integrity, combating corruption, and fostering social justices. And the objectives of this program is that one, to develop a deep understanding of the concept of integrity and its importance in the society. Two, to recognize and analyze different forms of corruption and their impact of the community on the community. And three, to develop strategies and action plans to promote transparency and accountability and good governance in public institutions. There's someone interfering. Kindly, if you are the one, unmute your mic, please.
Sharon Ogutu, kindly mute.
Mr. Kelly, please. Ali, umenisahau.
Are you guys now joining in right now? So John, kindly proceed. Eh?
I think some of them have just joined late.
Yeah, so
if you are joined late, kindly we are proceeding. You introduce yourself later or next.
Or even Ali is the techno. Is it for that Ali is the techno? Techno BE8.
Ali, are you the one using techno? Now, someone called Sharon Ogutu. Can you mute your mic? Eh?
Sharon Ogutu and someone by the name Reed EI and something. Kindly unmute the mic, please. Ken, am I audible?
Or the coordinator, can you do something from your end? Maybe mute her.
Mr. Ken, kindly unmute the person.
Now, the reason we don't want to mute someone is to make sure that someone is very attentive to this session. So basically, that one is telling us Sharon Ogutu. Either she's doing something else, she's engaged on something else, not on this session. So John, go ahead.
Noted, thank you. And we are on objective number 4, to enhance communication skills and utilize storytelling to effectively advocate for integrity and combat corruption, to build and sustain partnership with the stakeholders to promote integrity initiatives, to identify and implement innovative solutions and technologies to promote integrity, to develop project management skills to effectively plan, implement, and monitor integrity-focused initiative. Go on. Actually, those are the objectives of this program from day 1 up to the end. The ones that are read, that is the objective. And here are the expected outcomes. 1, the fellow possess a deep understanding of the concept of integrity and its importance in the society. That is the fellows. Expectation number 2, fellows effectively recognize and analyze different forms of corruption and their impact on their communities. In particular, fellows to develop strategies and action plans to promote transparency, accountability, and good governance in public institutions. Those are the outcomes the expected outcomes of this program. So each and every fellow, by the end of the program, these are the expectations that you are expected to showcase. Number 4, fellows will enhance their communication skills and utilize storytelling to effectively advocate for integrity and combat corruption. And number 5, fellows to demonstrate ability to build and sustain partnership with the stakeholders to promote integrity initiatives. 6, fellows to proactively identify and implement innovative solutions and technologies to promote integrity. Share the next one. And number 7, fellows to develop project management skills to effectively plan, implement, and monitor integrity-focused initiatives. Fellows to inculcate with ethical leadership qualities and values that are actively promoting integrity and social justice in the community. And fellows are to implement impactful project initiatives in their communities. Share the next one. So basically, those are the outcomes that you as the fellow you are expected. And in this particular program, cohort I lead cohort 2 program, there are some number of modules. And here are the breakdowns of the module. Actually, it is 8 modules, 1 up to 8. Each module will last for a maximum of 4 hours, broken into 2 hours per week. So it means that each and every week, officially starting from next week on Friday, we'll be having 2 hours each of each and every module from module 1 up to module 8. And module number 1 is the introduction to integrity and anti-corruption concept. That will be module 1. Module 2, promoting transparency and accountability. Module 3, effective ideation, communication and advocacy. Building and sustaining partnership, that is module 4. Implementing innovative solutions, that is module 5. Project management and monitoring, module 6. Leadership and ethics, module 7. And finally, final project presentation and reflection. Actually, by the end of the program, you are required to develop a project, an innovative project that will be you will represent at that particular time. You will share to us, you will present to us your idea. And through that, it will translate to something else that will be told later. So these are the modules that you're going to tackle from day 1 of this particular program until the end. So this program will last for a period of 4 months, 4 months actually, from this month up to next year, early February. Next slide. So I do believe up to that particular end, we have gotten a concept of what the program is all about. And meanwhile, in our platform, if there's something that you didn't understand very well, you can just post it via WhatsApp. We'll keep on communicating as the days is going on. And here are the iLead program cohorts. This is the launch, and here are the speakers, the keynote speakers that are going to speak to us this particular day. So, Mr. Ken, can I introduce them?
Yeah, you can just mention them the way they appear.
Oh, okay. May I just mention their name just the way it is appear? So these are our keynote speakers for today. And yeah, they're the keynote speakers that are going to speak to us in this particular launch. So, and they are in the house actually. Mr. Ken, am I
Yes.
clear?
You can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ken. So I think this particular time we will invite them to speak to us. Is that clear, Mr. Ken?
Okay, before we bring in our first speaker, I think now he'll have to introduce himself. I have seen now we have our ED who has just joined in. So before our speakers, kindly, Madam ED, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
All right, we know you are tired because of the travel, but just introduce yourself and tell us where you are.
Okay, thank you so much. Good afternoon. I am introducing myself from Turkey. I just landed in Turkey like minutes ago. I haven't even checked in. I'm struggling with connecting to internet and all those things. So I am here for a conference that is starting today. And I hope I'll be able to represent you very well. I sincerely apologize for coming in late. It is because of flight changes here and there, but once I'm settled, I will actually log in and continue. So I really wish you all the best as you continue with the launch. I will join in later. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let us now hear from our speakers. Mr. Cyrus, if you can hear me. Okay, so let me bring in Madam Wangari, if you can hear me.
I can hear you loud and clear. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yes, so my name is Wangari. Okay, my name is Wangari Mushue. I am the co-founder of New Start Organics. We are a manufacturing entity based here in Kilifi, area. We manufacture natural beauty products. We started in 2017. So we are it for natural soaps. We have shea butter amongst others. I am also a natural remedies coach and an educator. And by this, I mean that I am very passionate about natural remedies and natural ways to heal the body. I give advice on how to deal with different medical conditions. And I can say that we have helped quite a few people. I'm also a mom. I'm a mom of 5 children and 1 grandchild. And to add to that, I also am a homeschooling mom. And then also what I didn't mention is that at New Start Organics, we have also trained over 2,000 women, domestic care workers, in training them soap making skills. And these skills, they use them to change their lives and to upgrade their social economic status. I'm also an artist. I love drawing. And most importantly, I'm currently writing an ebook on natural remedies for both adults and children. And I'm happy to be here this afternoon. So today I have a message for the young people that are starting the iLead program. It is a fantastic program. And I love what it is founded on. It is founded on very important values that as a society we need, and we should always have these values even as we progress in this life. And number one is integrity, transparency, accountability, effective communication. And I really, really value these values. And to this, I would like to give a story. I love telling stories. So I'd like to share with you a story or stories that I want to share. And this story is Bible-based. And I'm sure some of you may be familiar with it. And this story is about Daniel. For those of us who are Christians, you may be familiar with this story. And so Daniel was a young man he was actually a Hebrew boy, but in the year about 600 BC, in the reign of King Josiah, they were actually, or rather they were taken over by King Nebuchadnezzar, and they were removed from their home and they were taken to a new place or a new kingdom, which was Babylon. And so you can imagine these young people. He was about 17 years of age at the time that they were abducted from Jerusalem and taken to Babylon. And just as I continue, I would like to emphasize the characteristics of Daniel at that age. I'd like to quote Daniel chapter 1, verse 4, and it says that the children whom there was no blemish, they were well favored and skillful in all wisdom, and cunning in knowledge and understanding science, and such had the ability in them to stand in the king's palace. So you can see, as much as they were young people, they had this character about them. And because today we are trying to emphasize the character of transparency and accountability and integrity, we see that Daniel at that age, he already had or possessed these characteristics. And Daniel was not alone. He had his friends, and his friends were, I'm sure for you who may know, there was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And even before their names were changed, because those were not their original names, their original names were Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. And so these three Hebrew boys, also together with Daniel, when they were in the king's palace, they already stood out above the others. And just to fast forward this story, when King Nebuchadnezzar built the big statue, and he ordered that everybody in the kingdom to bow down to this statue. And he even called the governors and the princes and all the most important people at that time in Babylon. You can imagine it must have been such a huge, huge event. And he said that everybody should bow down to this statue. However, the three Hebrew boys said, no. I don't know if you can put yourself in those shoes. This is a grand, grand event, and you're a young person, and you're standing for your truth, and you're before princes and governors. You can imagine that occasion. And so these young people, they said, no, we are not going to bow down. And you can imagine everybody must have looked at them like, why are these young people? What is wrong with them? But because they had a conviction, because they had a vision, and because they knew who the true God was, they decided they were not going to bow down. And King Nebuchadnezzar said, if you don't bow down, you will be thrown in the fiery furnace. And he even ordered that this fiery furnace should be heated 7 times. You can imagine. Even the guards that were to throw these young men into the furnace, actually they died because of the heat. And so what am I trying to say? Is that in the face of standing up for the truth, in the face of fighting for social justice, in the face of standing for integrity, as young people, you will encounter situations where you will be forced to stand up. And the question is, will you then heed into pressure? Will you heed into the corruption that is out there? Will you take the bribe? Or will you stand for the truth, even if it means being thrown in the fiery furnace? That's the question that I have for the young people on this platform today. And to prepare you mentally to know that when you stand for the truth, when you stand for integrity, yes, you will encounter situations that will force you, or you will face literally death. So will you stand? And so I want to encourage you as young people to stand, that even though the 3 Hebrew boys were thrown in the fire and they were bound, what happened after? When they looked inside, whom did they see? They saw four people. And when they were brought in shock, Nebuchadnezzar ordered that they come out from the furnace. And when they did, not even a single hair was touched on their heads. They didn't even smell of smoke. So when you stand for the truth, you must know that God is with you in these situations, and he will guard you. And even if you die in the course of the truth, know that you will leave a legacy for the people behind you, and you will set a path, and you will be a light unto this world. And I hope that as you continue this, you start this program, you take it seriously, you be passionate about it, and I believe that God shall bless the work of your hands. And with that said, I want to briefly stop there, and I want to thank you all for listening to me. Asante.
Thank you very much, Madam Wangari. Moses, if you can you hear me, Moses?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. And I want to say congratulations to all of you for being selected for the highly programmed Core 2. I want to say big congratulations to you. So good day, everyone. It's a privilege to speak here. I also know that some of you would have read some things about me. For time constraint, I will not dwell much on that, but I will touch on some of those things. And just like the previous speaker said, I will be using some of the things I've done, experiences, so that connecting it with what I'll be speaking on, which is leadership, peace building, and conflict transformation, building sustainable communities through integrity and human security. So again, I want to say this is a good opportunity, and I want you to take it seriously, because in life, we don't always know which of these things really make us who we become. I remember as a peace builder 2 years ago, I got a fellowship program like this under United States Institute of Peace, and that brought me to Abuja, here, Nigeria, from the other part of the country in Nigeria, which is the Southwest region, where I was doing my master's. And I think at that time I was even in Lagos State. You might not know these places, but it's a different place from here. And I have to move down because of that. By the way, I have to even resign my job, my full-time job, because there was more of like a conflict of interest between what I was doing then and what I intend to do, which is peace building, that I'm known for right now. So I was asked to make a choice. UCP only gave us 5 days for training, and I don't really know much about what will happen afterwards. But what happened was that I had to do a lot of reflection. I have to do a lot of praying, I have to think about it. And a lot of people thought I was crazy, but I look at it. While the work I was doing there is also good and all that, I look at it, what do I really want? Which my own journey might be different from anybody's journey, and my decision would have been different from anybody's decision. But I have to ask myself, what do I really want to do? Who am I first? Who am I? Which of these things align to where I want to be in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? And that was why I took that fellowship opportunity, because I really like peace building. I also believe that it's something that will help us change the conflict transformation of Nigeria and Africa and the entire globe. Unlike the other work that is also good, I think that one is also around is an NGO too, but is more into human rights and other things around legal, I think, law and all that. But I also look at it, what do I really want? And I think that is where we need to start from. What do we really want? And I believe that it's based on that curiosity that most of you applied. Some of you might have applied out of, curiosity, out of not sure where you're going, just like I did 2 years ago before toeing this part of peace building and conflict transformation. And I want to tell you, if it is what you align with based on your spirit, soul, and body, it will definitely align with where you're going, and it will definitely be worth the time. It might not be easy at first, but I can tell you for sure, I won't say for free, but I want to say, I think there's a feedback. Can we mute ourselves? So, and this pathway has actually helped me to make some certain decisions. But that is that. I believe you all know that I'm the founder and executive director of. Can we mute ourselves, please? We are leaders. Can we be very conscious of our environment and what we are doing? So please, can somebody mute the...
John, kindly mute.
Okay, so... Okay, let's hope that they will regain consciousness as leaders to move up. So as the founder and executive director of Peace Education and Practice Network, I've had the honor of developing innovative programs, leading different teams, and ensuring young people, vulnerable groups, policymakers do the right thing in some very tight instances, in some difficult instances. In my leadership role as the president of the Institute for Peace and Strategic Studies at the University of Ibadan, that is the premier university in Nigeria, I have had the opportunity of working with different kind of persons and making some decisions. So are we together, please? So one of the things I'll be discussing more because of time is to look at how our system needs to be strong, because as leaders, I've always been telling people, you are an entity, and as humans we have our deficiencies. Principles of accountability, integrity, principles around transparency and all that, they are very great principles that most times everybody love, but not everybody can do. Everybody can speak about it, but it's not everybody that can actually become it.
Yeah, sure.
And that
Good.
are we together? I'm hearing a feedback. So as I was saying, definitely, because human minds are frail in nature, it is important that we build systems as leaders. And that is what I'll be talking more about, the importance of strong institution in leadership and human security. For some of you that don't know what human security is all about, this is the process that ensures freedom from fear, freedom from want, and freedom to live in dignity. And human security is so important and basics to anything you want to do as a leader. So leadership, as we know it, is the act of influencing others' decision for a common goal. So let's look at how the importance of strong institutions, because for some of us coming from peace building perspective, our idea of leadership based on Goal 16 is from the lens of peace, justice, and strong institutions. And why is it like that in the Sustainable Development Goal? I believe that you might have asked yourself before now. Now, because, and the reason why we are saying strong institutions and not strong men or strong women is because institutions determine a lot of things. No matter how righteous you might want to be, or you might think you are, when you are in an environment where the systems are weak and the structures are feeble, you will definitely be lured into a lot of things. And that is what is happening in different African countries. So as a leader on this journey, be very conscious of creating systems that are beyond you, systems that will work after you, systems that even when you are tempted to want to do the wrong thing, the system will be bigger than you. And that is the basis of how African leadership can transform and become what we want. So true leadership is not just about making decisions in the moment. It's about building structures and institutions that can uphold those decisions with integrity and transparency. Institutions that are resilient, inclusive, and transparent form the backbone of effective leadership. They ensure that efforts in peace building, human security, and conflict transformation are sustained and not dependent on any single individual. So in my experience at PEPNET, at Institute for Peace and Strategic Studies, at different forums, different organizations with young people, I have seen young people try to just want to do things just to favor themselves alone. And in that way, when they try to do that, they compromise the institutional strengthening that should help sustain them. Because as a leader, we lead by example, we lead by setting structures and systems, we lead by setting limitations. So if you start something as a leader, technically, either subconsciously or unconsciously, maybe you set up a meeting and you get there late and you did not even apologize, or the little things now. Gradually, you discover that your team members or people under you become it. And that is the origin or the sources of some of the deficiencies we have in leadership in Africa. So I want to end by just saying, I know my time might be up. I don't know how many minutes I have left. I will just keep a bit of human security and the foundation for sustainable development that I plan to discuss, because I've also explained to you a bit of human security. So no matter what you're doing on this journey, you must understand that human beings, the people, should be the center of anything you're doing. When you have a decision to make, when you have anything to do, you must put the people at the center and not your pocket and not your popularity, and not the impact you will make in the life of the people should be the first thing you should be thinking about. And that is the only way we can say we will have sustainable leadership at the end of the day. So I would just want to conclude. I don't know. I just feel that my time might be up, and I know we have a list of speakers and other people. So let me explain a bit of conflict transformation and why this is important, because conflict transformation is central to leadership. And I want you to understand that leadership itself is holistic in nature, meaning it cuts across a lot of things. Now, conflict transformation goes beyond simply resolving dispute or preventing it. It deals with the fundamental altering the conditions that give rise to conflict. And this is important for great leaders like you, because you will be transforming the conflict situation in Africa, in Kenya, in Africa, and different parts of the world. And this is important. So when you're dealing with leadership, know that it's not just about staying in front or telling people what to do or showing up. It's about you looking at the problem that make people not to be able to lead themselves. Because as leaders, you're not concerned just about, oh, what's the problem? Let me go and solve it. They don't have and I know you'll be doing project, and that's why I'm saying this. Oh, this committee, they don't have water, so let me find means to get them water. As a leader, from the conflict transformation perspective and human security perspective, hello? Okay. As a conflict transformation kind of leader, you must be concerned about the people, asking them questions to know how you can also make them take ownership of those initiatives. And that is important, because if they did not take ownership, you will continue giving them solution without them becoming leaders of their own life. So as leaders, you are not becoming a leader so that you keep leading. And that's the misgiving in African context. African rulers, so to say, they want to always be in front and the people to keep serving them. But you, on this journey, you must know that your work and your role is not just to be in front, but to make other people leaders. So you have followers, but you must know that those followers must become leaders at the end of the day, and that is when we can have sustainable leadership. So as future leaders, your role in building strong institutions cannot be overstated. Sustainable development, human security, and lasting peace depend on the integrity of the system we create and the leadership we demonstrate. Through my journey as a person, I've learned that effective leadership is not just about resolving issues as they arise, but about building frameworks that enable societies to thrive long after we are gone by committing to integrity, fostering inclusive institutions, and prioritizing human security. We can build a future where peace and sustainable development are not just goals, but reality for all. Thank you very much for having me. I'm Moses Abolade, the founder and executive director and a peace building consultant at Peace Education and Practice Network here in Nigeria. Thank you for having me, and I wish you best of luck in your endeavor as global leaders. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador Moses, for those remarks. Okay, do we have Dines?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is...
Sorry, I'm sorry. I want to take permission that I might be going for another meeting right now. Please permit me. I'm so sorry, but I have to go very soon. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Someone who is called Techno BE8, kindly mute. Dines, you can go ahead.
Good evening once again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, my name is Dainese Chanya, and I'm truly honored to be here today at the official launch of the iLead Cohort 2 program. As a business entrepreneur with over 7 years of experience in the food industry, I have learned that success is not just about what you achieve, but how you uplift others along the way. Today, I want to share some thoughts that I hope will inspire you on your journey. First, let me express how excited I am to know that you are here today because you are ready to take on the challenge of leadership, an opportunity that can shape your future and the future of your community.
Dance, please excuse me. There's someone who is making a lot of noise. Kindly unmute your mic. Let us give the speakers a very humble time for them to make their presentation, please. Unmute when necessary, please. Techno. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead, Dance.
As I was saying, as a fashion and design student, I have learned that creativity is at the heart of innovation. In both the food industry and fashion, we are constantly faced with the challenge of standing out. What differentiates a successful business from the rest is not just the product, but the vision behind it. I encourage each of you to embrace your unique ideas and perspectives. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Remember, the best projects often stem from a blend of creativity and practicality. Being a computer packages teacher at Pwani Technology College, I have witnessed firsthand how technology can enhance our skills and broaden our horizons. In today's fast-paced world, it's essential to equip yourself with technological tools that can help streamline your ideas and execute them efficiently. I urge you to make the most of the resources available to you during this program. But beyond skills and knowledge, what truly fuels your journey is passion. I have a deep passion for mentoring young people, especially when it comes to life decisions and business matters. As you embark on this leadership journey, I encourage you to seek out mentors, people who can guide you, challenge you, and help you refine your ideas. And remember, mentorship is a two-way street. As you learn, consider how you can give back to others as well. And remember to be strong when storms come, especially now that you are pursuing integrity and fighting social injustices, just like Madam Wangari has clearly highlighted. The iLead program consists of 5 modules designed to build your leadership skills. Embrace each module with an open mind and heart. Take notes, ask questions, and engage deeply with your peers. Collaboration is key. You never know how a simple conversation can spark a groundbreaking idea or a solution to a challenge you might be facing. Work hard, be creative, and pitch your ideas with confidence. This could be your stepping stone towards making a real impact. In conclusion, I want to remind you that your journey starts today. Be curious, be bold, and most importantly, be true to yourself. The future is bright for those who dare to lead with integrity and passion. But again, keeping in mind that popcorn is prepared in the same pot, in the same heat, in the same oil, and yet the kernels do not pop at the same time. So don't compare your progress to that of others. When you stand for the truth, you will never be put to shame. Thank you, and I wish you all the best on your iLead journey.
Thank you very much. Oh, wonderful. All right. We go to, all right. Mohammed, if you can hear me.
Hello, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Muhammad Jaber. I am the co-founder of Yahmor Youth Club. I am a lecturer at the Islamic University of Beirut, of Lebanon, sorry. And I am now here in the US with IREX CSP. So it's an honor to stand before you today and share my journey. A journey that began in the classrooms of Lebanon, took me to the front lines of social work, and now through the community solution programs, has brought me here to the United States. This opportunity has been a significant step forward in both my personal and professional life. But it's important to acknowledge that this moment comes amidst great personal hardship. As I speak to you now, my family is suffering from the consequences of a catastrophic war in Lebanon. They had to leave our home and search for a safer place, though safer is not the same as safe. War, I believe, is the worst invention of humankind. No one is meant to live in such conditions. And what is happening now in Lebanon is beyond what anyone should endure. But I am not here to dwell on the pain. I am here to share a story of perseverance, resilience, and the determination to contribute positively to the world despite the odds. I grew up in a small village called Yohmor in South Lebanon. As a child, I had a vivid imagination. I spent countless hours watching the world from the window of my room, painting mental images of what lay beyond. Yes, I saw planes and missiles in the sky, but this became my fuel to push forward. I studied in a local school, and though my grades were excellent, I know that academic success alone wasn't enough. Grades don't protect you from war or corruption. What could make a difference, I realized, was working for my community. This ha- this was how we could build a society that protects its people. After completing my master's in mathematics, I joined a local NGO called SHIELD. Although it wasn't directly related to my field, I found purpose in serving those affected by the war in Syria. It was a challenging transition for me, especially since I was used to spending my time solving math problems rather than interacting with people. But learning how to communicate and how to connect with those in need, math taught me to think logically, and sometimes I had to set aside my emotions to focus on solutions, even when the stories I heard were deeply personal and heartbreaking. Teaching math at the Islamic University of Lebanon also shaped me as a leader, especially when working with young minds. But one of my proudest achievements is co-founding the Yuhmor Youth Club. As president of the club, I lead initiatives in sports, literacy, and children's activities. It's a huge responsibility, but it's one I cherish as it allows me to give back to the community that raised me. Today, my journey continues here in Berwyn, Illinois, through the IREX Community Solutions Program. Working with Youth Crossroads, I've had the chance to expand my social work experience in ways I never imagined. This fellowship is a transformative chapter of my life, helping me grow not just as a professional but as a person. It has given me the tools, the network, and the inspiration to take what I've learned here and apply it back home in Lebanon, both in teaching and my work in NGOs. This moment is a powerful reminder of how far I've come, but it also motivates me to keep going. Despite the challenges in my homeland, I stand here today knowing that I can make a difference, whether in the classroom, through social work, or within my community. But war has left a deep mark on my life and the lives of so many. It's not just the destruction of homes and cities, it's the erosion of hope, the tearing apart of communities, and the constant uncertainty about the future. Yet, even in the midst of the destruction, we must find ways to rebuild, not just physical world, but emotional and mental strength of those affected. The suffering caused by war pushed me to work harder for peace, to ensure that future generations won't have to live under the shadow of conflict. My work in Lebanon and here in the US is part of that mission, and I will continue to use every opportunity to advocate for better, safer world. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and I hope for your program. And I really believe in your program. It will be amazing, and I am ready to help in any way. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your insights, Mohammed. So our first speaker, are you here? Cyrus? I'm not sure if Cyrus is in the room. So if Cyrus is not here, John, you can now go ahead and continue from there. All right. I don't know if John is here. So do you have
I'm here.
any questions, clarifications, comments to our speakers who have just spoken from our fellows?
Mr. Ken, here I am.
Okay, so we wanted to hear from our fellows if they have anything to the speakers.
Okay. Kindly fellows, it is your time to ask any question to
Okay,
our
hello,
speaker.
good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening to you. Go on.
Okay, I'm Dennis Okubala. I come from Busia County. Okay, mine is just to appreciate the speakers for the great lessons that they have shared with us. Mine is also just to say that as we continue with the learning, what I'll also go back and share with my community. And also the important thing is corruption. We should use all means to eradicate corruption in our communities and whichever place that we are. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The floor is open to the participants. Could be question, could be a word of motivation as well.
Okay, good evening. My question to you is, what do you expect of us at the end of this?
Oh, that question is addressed to the coordinator. Okay, if I answer you, from the beginning of the module up to the end of the module, basically you will undergo the trainings. And at the end of the training, the final module is the project. Therefore, you will be required throughout the entire program. You'll have gained the knowledge. Therefore, you will be required to develop a project and come up with an idea and present it. And upon presentation, if you will be the winner, there's a grant, actually, that will be there for any person who will be presenting the very best idea. So actually, you will be required to present an idea, project idea, that is. Any question?
Hello.
Hello, go on.
Okay, this is Alex Mugendi. I just want to thank the speakers who have participated in the launch of this program. They have really shared some of very important aspects for all out and youths, particularly start on whose topic was and who start thinking themselves in of the unemployment. And I think before the closure of this program, we shall
So we have lost Alex. I guess the problem is with internet issues. The floor is still open. Question, comments.
Okay, yes, hello.
Is one of the solution which we really need to embark on to address that issue of unemployment. My other share.
Alex, you're interrupted.
The problem, the things are for them, we are able yes, those are my requests, sir.
Personally, I haven't heard Mr. Alex very clearly. I guess the issue is with the internet. Mr. Ken, have you heard him on
Okay,
yesterday?
John, just a minute.
I was breaking.
Just a minute, Mr. John. I'm wondering, are these questions directed to the speakers or these are general questions? And I'm also wondering, have the facilitators spoken?
The facilitators have not yet spoken, Madam Edie.
Yeah, so the questions were supposed to be directed to speakers, not general questions.
Okay, noted. So, Mr. Ken. Mr. Ken, are you in? I don't know whether Mr. Ken is in, but I'm seeing one of the facilitator. That is Gerald. Gerald Saleh is in the house. Gerald, welcome. Welcome to the launch. And you are hereby welcome to make your speech. Gerald, welcome. Am I audible?
Yes, John, you're audible, though I can't see Mr. Gerald in the room.
Mr. Gerald has just come. Again, he's not with us. So meanwhile, as we are still continue for facilitators to join, basically at the moment we have two facilitators, that is Mr. Gerald and Billy. They will introduce themselves once they are in. So to fellows, you can just give any comment to the speakers who have just spoken. As we are still waiting for facilitators to join in, because the question, just the way Madam Director said, some of the questions are addressed to the facilitators, and yet they are not with us. So as we are waiting for them, any comment to the speakers who have just spoken? Is there anyone? Mr. Ken. Okay, it seems there is no any comment. So Mr. Ken, kindly take us to the next agenda, please.
John. John,
Yes.
any comment from who?
From the fellows.
From the fellows?
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay.
It seems there is no any comment. Mr. Ken, kindly, if you can hear me, take us to the next agenda of the meeting. As we are still waiting for the facilitator to join on. I saw one of the facilitator joined and I don't know what happened, but we hope he will join us. But meanwhile, Mr. Ken, take us to the next agenda of the meeting, please.
I'm disabled, siwezi hata nini.
John?
Yes, Ivy.
It seems Ken has an issue with the network because he's complaining he's disabled. So you're the coordinator, just take charge of the meeting. To make it simple, Ken is having an issue with the network. I think so.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, just take charge of the meeting.
Thank you. So fellows, up to this particular time, we were expecting to have a facilitator, two of them, Billy and Saleh, but unfortunately they haven't joined. But starting from next week, because the program is starting officially next week, this is just the final launch, but module 1 is starting from next week Friday. So actually, basically the program, it will be every month and every Friday of the month. So each and every week, we'll having each day, that is Friday, starting from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Actually, it will be each and every module will run for 2 hours, just as I stated earlier. And the fellows, what you are being required is just the commitment. Just show just the minimum cooperation, not even the required, not even the maximum cooperation, but the required. For this program to be effectively and to be meaningful, for it to be very meaningful, it needs your participation. It needs your active engagement to this particular program, and do your best. If I remember, one of the advice that one of my high school teacher gave me is that wherever you go, do your best. So the same way, do your best in this particular program. You never know where your best can take you to out of this program. So kindly do your best, give it your time.
Just to add on what John has said. Hello guys, I'm Ivy. I'm an alumni for the last cohort, from the last cohort, sorry. Just to add on what John has said, guys, if you feel like you don't know anything, this program is all about engaging you and letting you know what is supposed to be done and in a correct way. So if you feel like you don't know anything, don't be shy. Just ask out whatever you feel like you're not aware of. And even if you have a point and you're not sure of it, raise your point out so that it can be discussed and they'll give you a way through. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ivy Subi. And for fellows, Ivy Subi will be our mentor. Will be our mentor throughout the entire program, from the beginning up to the stalemates. I see Mr. Ken is back. And once again, if I take you through the program, here, I hope each and everyone can see the timeline of the project, the way it has been projected by able Mr. Ken. We have said module 1 will be on Friday, that is October. Friday, October 18th and 25th and 20th of 2024 for this month. Then module 2, Friday, November 1st and 8th of 2024. Then module 3 will be on November 15th and 22nd of 2024. Module 4 will be on Friday, November 29th and December 6th, 2024. Then module 5 will be on Friday, December 13th and 20th of 2024. Then we'll break away for Christmas holiday. Then on January, we'll be back. New Year starting with module 6. Again, Friday on January 10th and 17th of 2024. And module 7 will be on Friday, January 20th and 31st of 2024. And the final module, Friday, February 7th, and the pitching session. That is very crucial part for this particular program, because that will tell and it will translate the knowledge that you have been acquired. How are you going to put it into practice? Reciprocation, that is. This is the pitching session. It will be conducted on February 21st of 2025. And that will be the end of our program. Then it will be released to the world now to make it effectively and to implement the knowledge that you have acquired to ensure that things are changing in the community, to see that the corruption is being minimized. Because right now the corruption is a great menace and it's an hindrance to sustainable development. And that's the reason ILEAD saw that there's a gap and has decided to come up with this profound program. And it is indeed profound, tackling corruption issues. And they saw that it is indeed very good to start with the youth. And we are the youths. We are the ones who are really suffering, especially, if we remember here in Kenya. We know the story in Kenya and in Africa and in the entire world, the issue of corruption. That is the reason it has to start from us, the youth. The youths have the power and we are the ones. So basically this is the program, this is the timeline of the program. Next, Mr. Ken.
So good evening once again. And I would like to introduce the two of our facilitators who have not been in a position to join us this evening, of which one of them is Mr. Billy, who currently serves as a county project assistant at Eco Network Africa, Garissa and Tana River counties, supporting implementation of economic inclusion project with funding from FCDO. And the project aims to support the government to transition to more sustainable social protection programs by enhancing access to economic opportunities beyond cash transfers. Prior to joining Eco Network Africa, he had accumulated 3 years of experience serving as a trainer in social work, community development, project management, and head of academic department of liberal studies, where he played a crucial role in mentoring and motivating young people. He also serves as the program facilitator in the first cohort of the ILEAD Fellowship Program, powered by Youth for Integrity Building. Billy brings in a wealth of experience in project management, monitoring, and evaluation. So unfortunate that he's not here. He didn't make it to this meeting today. And the other one is Mr. Cyrus. We have Madam Millicent Mlanga, who is an information and knowledge management professional with 20 years experience in knowledge and information dissemination through interpersonal and technology platforms. She's a holder of a master's degree in knowledge management and a postgraduate degree in library and information sciences, with a superb record of working with development organizations and educational institutions in capacity building. An engaging presenter believes in adding someone who is muted. Can you please mute?
Someone whose mic is muted. Mute. Please. Grace, go on.
Okay, so she's an engaging presenter who believes in adding fun to professional development. And for the past 2 decades, she has been in key leadership roles at the National Library Services, managing databases, electronic resource management, staff development, digital literacy in site libraries. She's currently the director, Library Services, Kilifi, where she plays a critical role in driving the library's digitization strategy. She's also a consultant trainer in information studies at the Technical University of Mombasa, too. She has a passion for digital literacy and has led several digital literacy initiatives, contributing significantly to the development of a data-informed culture in the library. She has participated and facilitated in various international, regional, and national professional workshops, seminars and conferences, and associated activities. She is a member of the Kenya Library Association. And next one was Mr. Gerard Saleh Bitendelo, who is an anti-corruption activist with over 7 years of experience working with young people in the areas of civic engagement, integrity, and human rights. Before his current job at Disability Inclusion Group as a CEO, Gerald joined different community-based organizations as a volunteer, where he earned experiences working with national and international partners, such as the UV Relief Team, Federal Desk, I don't know that one, and then Accountability Lab DRC, Integrity Action, and many others. So besides being an independent coach and mentor of youths, he conducted GESI analysis and helped mainstream gender equality and social inclusion in many Congolese organizations and school integrity clubs. So Gerald is a passionate learner. Not only Gerald is a certified trainer of the community integrity building approach by Integrity Action, he also attended some of the relevant trainings. He completed the early RLC Dakar in civic engagement, Transparency International School on Integrity 2022, and the United Nations System Staff College in Anti-Corruption in the context of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. Mr. Ken, I think we forgot Mr. Gerald. Mr. Cyrus, I mean, the other speaker. Okay, then, so from there, we welcome any closing remarks.
Thank you very much, Grace, for that wonderful introduction of our facilitators. Basically, Grace has introduced to us the facilitators who are going to facilitate from module 1 to the last module. Unfortunately, some of them haven't joined because of one reason or the other, but from next week, they will be with us. And any question, if you have any question, just kindly, we have our WhatsApp platform. You can just keep on asking your question and they will be there to answer your question as we are kicking off our program. So up to this particular time, we are welcoming our Madam Director, Edie, to make the final remarks for this particular launch of our 2 program. Madam Edie, kindly welcome.
Thank you so much, John. You know why I'm laughing? It's like you got me off guard. I wasn't really thinking that I'll be told to give closing remarks. All right, so good evening, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone, wherever you are. I know one of the speakers is in the US, so it's probably morning or afternoon. And good afternoon to the rest, and good evening to others. My name is Damaris, and I'm the Executive Director, Youth for Integrity Building Organization. It is my belief that you've been introduced to Youth for Integrity Building Organization, all our programs, and this is just an initiative in our programs. So we have several programs that are running, and this is just an initiative in one of the programs. So because now we are talking about iLead program cohort 2 and it is the launch, I take this opportunity to appreciate all the speakers. I wasn't really privileged to hear some of them, but I got to hear from the other women. There were two. I got to hear from Sir Muhammad, and I got to hear a bit of what Madam Chanya was speaking about, yeah, and a bit of what Sir Moses, Ambassador Moses was speaking about. So I really want to take this opportunity to appreciate all the speakers. These people are very busy. These people are committed. These people have engagement. These people have a very busy schedule, but having them here and creating time to be with us, it's really an honor. And I really want to appreciate them in a very huge way. So thank you so much. We are really honored and we really appreciate your insights, your inputs, your experiences. And Sir Muhammad went a long way sharing about his resilience journey. And to me, it was so inspirational. And I want to believe that to you fellows who are going to start this leadership journey, you will need resistance, you will need resilience along the way. So hearing from these noble leaders,
Be it kindly.
Yeah, there's someone with techno, so I couldn't continue speaking. So, but what I was saying is I really appreciate each and every speaker that has spoken on this platform. And I want to really believe that all of us who have followed have gained one or two things that are going to take us along this leadership journey. It's a very beautiful journey, but it requires a lot. And I believe that the speakers have oozed a lot of wisdom, insights, expertise that is going to carry you along the leadership journey. It's a very beautiful one, and we are always here to support you. I also take this opportunity to thank John, the coordinator, for taking us through the launch, being our sort of MC of the day. We're really honored to have you and we really appreciate you. Thank you also to Ken, our operations manager, for coming in and also seeing us through the launch. And also we really appreciate Madam Grace Ndisha, our admin stroke IT support, for also being here and sharing, and taking us through the launch. And I can see the board chair also here, and I want to believe he has spoken. If not, I'll also give him an opportunity to speak, but it is my belief he has spoken, right?
Yes, sure, yes.
Okay. So thank you so much also the board for taking time to be with us. The board members are people who are also very busy. They're held up with their schedules. They are committed elsewhere. But, creating time to be with us and just ensuring that this launch is really successful, it means a lot to us. So we really appreciate, because it is you who give us advice, who give us the way forward. Sometimes when we need it, you're always there with us. I can see also another board member, Stephen Adika, in the room. We really appreciate you, and the other board members that I cannot mention feel appreciated, feel acknowledged. We really thank you so much. And lastly, I want to appreciate each and every fellow who has taken their time to be with us on this launch day. It is an honor. I can't mention you by names. I see Alex Mgendi, I see Antatu, I see Benson Furam, I see Sharon Ogutu, I see Keru Alice, I see Eduardo Cheng, I see Jackson, I see Consolata. You guys, I see Karani. You're really amazing. Really, really amazing. And when we were reading on your applications, we'll say that you guys are really having those incredible ideas that can create a positive, effective, and sustainable change in our community. So I believe this leadership program is going to mold you in one way or the other to ensure that you don't just actually bring your ideas to life, but you also kind of disseminate the information to other people out there, especially those we cannot be able to reach out. But basically, it is building your leadership skills, giving you that platform to engage with other incredible change makers out here, and coming up with incredible, innovative, effective, and sustainable solutions to the challenges that you are facing. And that's why we are having this leadership program. The lineup is very interesting, as you've been taken through. You start by understanding the concepts of anti-corruption and integrity, because most of the time we only know of what is corruption. When you're told what is corruption, you just say misuse of power, but you don't know the nitty-gritties of corruption. You don't know the types of corruption. You don't know maybe the abuses of corruption. You don't know the dimensions of corruption, like corruption, dimension of corruption versus culture, dimension of corruption versus gender, dimension of corruption versus education. So all these things are the things that you'll be able to understand, especially under understanding the anti-corruption and integrity concepts. And when you understand all these things, you identify the gaps. You also understand, how do we promote integrity? How do we promote transparency? And how do we also promote accountability? And I just wanted to also let you know that for us, we define integrity as the alignment of accountability, competence, and ethical behaviors minus corruption. It's sort of a mathematical formula, if you want to say it like that. For those who really love mathematics, it's sort of a mathematical formula. So it is the alignment of accountability, or we say answerability, plus competence, plus ethical behaviors, minus corruption, or you will rather say plus anti-corruption mechanisms. And then we will learn a lot about the tools that are there, the various strategies that are being implemented, so that you can also be able to implement them, or you can be able to borrow a leaf or one or two things that you can add into your project idea. And you guys will be taken through also ideation, communication, and advocacy. It's very vital, because we were reading about your ideas. You guys have incredible ideas, as I already mentioned, but how do we come up with effective ideas? There is an interesting thing that is going to make you reflect on your ideas and think, okay, wow, did I actually come up with something that is really relevant, needful, that is going to actually fill a need in the community, or is this just theoretical? So yeah, this module will give you that wow moments, aha moments that you're reflecting back to your community and asking yourself, am I really coming up with a great idea? Am I really coming up with a very effective and sustainable idea? Am I really coming up with an idea that is going to solve something? It doesn't have to be a huge idea. You can't solve everything in this world. But even that small one in your own action, when we collectively combine our small actions together, we are going to have that ripple effect, and we're going to create a very incredible impact in our community. So in your small idea, know that you're going to create an impact. And we really want you to think in those terms, that what am I actually going to feel? Being specific on the need and being passionate about it. And that brings me to something else. Allow me to speak about this, because I feel this is the right moment to speak up on this issue, because you are young leaders and you have a whole lot of opportunities ahead of you. Please, 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 if you can hear me, avoid AI-generative answers. Avoid generating your answers using AI. Why do I say this? The panelists, the selection committee is aware, and it understands the language of AI. The language of AI is a bit different from the human language, and you can actually tell. And we could actually tell that some of your ideas are AI generated. Now, here is the problem. Here is the hit. If you generate an idea or a proposal from AI, how are you going to actually implement it? Number one, this idea, probably you're not even passionate about it. It's not something that is coming from deep inside your heart, something that you feel, okay, I need to actually do this. I actually need to do this because there is that need in my community. Some of you generated this project ideas from AI, which cannot actually resonate with you. We cannot read your story. So I'm saying this because I know there are a lot of opportunities ahead of you. When these opportunities come, kindly be real. Tell your story. People want to hear your story. People want your natural way. People want your authentic way. People don't want to listen to your good language, good English vocabularies. No, people want to resonate with your story. What is your story? What is carrying you? What is motivating you along the journey? What is inspiring you? Where did this journey start from? That is what we want to hear, so that we can walk along with you and ensure that, okay, this person is really passionate about it. Board chair, please mute. Board chair, please mute. Yeah, so I was talking about it. Please, in one way or the other, when you come across opportunities, we end up missing these opportunities because we rely more on AI, which is okay. It is a supportive, it's a friendly tool that is going maybe to support us with coming up with ideas, but please let us be very cautious when we are generating all our responses with AI, because selection committees naturally understand this. And I've sent in so many selection committees, both locally and globally, and I can tell you for free that when we detect AI-generated responses, it is an automatic disqualification. Automatic disqualification. So be very careful when you're using this. And it is very important for me to tell you, because I want the best for you, because you are leaders. I want you to be real. I want you to be authentic. I want you to be passionate. I want you to be able to tell your story in your own unique way, and not just relying on someone else or something else to tell your story. You can only tell your story. No one else can tell the story in a better way than you can do it. And always be passionate. And when you're responding to this opportunity, please take time. Do not rush. We could read the rush in most of you. You're just rushing to complete, and you miss out on most of the important things that you're actually supposed to air out for us to understand you. So make sure when you're filling in, even if it's a fellowship, scholarship, or anything, always take time to fill out this thing. You can take even the whole week. Just review it. Did I answer it the right way? What am I missing? What are the gaps? You know, just take your time. You're applying or you're filling in these things, so that you don't just rush and your application might just be disqualified at the first sight. All right. I just felt like I should say that, but generally, I am impressed by all of you fellows, and I'm really wishing you all the best as you begin this journey. It's a very, very great, beautiful journey, engaging journey, collaborative journey, and knowledge-filling journey, skill-filling journey. And you guys, you're going to come out of this session well empowered. That is one thing I know. You're coming out of this session well empowered, and I can't wait to, I'm actually looking forward to the final pitching ideas you will come up with, because I believe in you. I believe in your abilities. You know, some of you, when you are reading your applications, you could feel you. And I think that is it. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for this launch. Thank you for making this launch a success. Please receive greetings, love, and care from Turkey right now. And yeah, stay blessed. Thank you so much.
Wow, super. That is amazing, Madam Edie, for that word of advice. Despite the fact that you're tired, you have really made it. We're very happy and we're proud for you, Madam Director. Indeed, you're an amazing director. Thank you very much, all of you, to our able speakers who have made to speak for this particular launch. To our admin, Grace, our operations manager, Madam Mr. Ken, our board chair, Mr. Dengele, and the fellows. Very much appreciation for you. You have made this day success, and we are very happy for you. Thank you very much. Thank you all. See you in the next first module. Thank you very much. See you all.
Thank you, Sir Johnny.
Thank you very much. Even you can start your video and say hi to us as you are waving bye-bye to one another.
Bye-bye.
All right.
See you on Friday.
As you guys move, and let me just remind those guys from Kilifi, if you think you'll be having issues with the internet, kindly you can liaise with Madam Grace, so that you can be coming here. We have the hub here full internet is here. So if you have a challenge, you can come here and you will be joining from our hub.
Okay, bye-bye, guys. See you on 18. Bye.